What's going on, everybody? This is your boy T Magic with Those Fantasy Fools, back once again with the Play Now Online tips. Today we're actually going to go tier 3, and we're going to be using the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Golden State Warriors. Now don't get it twisted, this isn't your Steph Curry Warriors, this is your old school Baron Davis, Steven Jackson, Jason Richardson Warriors. So we actually stand a little bit of a chance, even though I don't think this team should actually be in tier 3. But it's all good though, let's get it going. Jason Richardson, and that's good. Now, this isn't going to be the prettiest game by any means whatsoever, but I really wanted to use this game as a great example of how you should not be playing. So if you see yourself doing a lot of the things that this guy that I'm going against is doing, you need to completely reevaluate what you're doing, because that's not winning basketball, okay? So on this play, you see me working the ball around, getting a lot of good passes. And then we eventually get a shot from J.R. Smith. Now, you might be saying that's a bad shot, but from J.R. Smith, he's a streaky shooter, and he has range on his jump shot. And he could hit those, especially if he gets hot. We see a good driving kick from him. He just didn't finish there. But that's probably one of the best plays he had this entire game. Because the rest of the game, he has Baron Davis, who's the engine to this team, and he barely gets any touches. He had a contested shot there, and that's okay. Like, that's what you want to be getting if you're playing defense. If you've been watching my videos, you know I'm running plays, but when you see like bad mistakes, break away from the plays and just get the open shot. As we see Kevin Love pop the 3 there, and then you see him come back down, give it to Jason Richardson, one pass and a shot. That's not good offense, okay? I'm running a little high pick and roll. Kevin Love. And pump fake, show and go, man. Now, the offense for the Cavaliers is really centered around Kevin Love, so you shouldn't be really doing too much with any of the other guys. It's a lot of Colin Sexton trying to penetrate, and then Kevin Love on the outside and inside on the post. What you're seeing me doing up here on the right is setting my defensive focus to no threes. And the reason I'm doing that is because from the last 5 or 6 possessions has been nothing more than that right there. The guy is just jacking up badly contested 3-point jump shots. That's bad offense. So if he's going to continue to do that, I'm going to completely shut that down until he shows me something different. Here I called a screenplay involving Kevin Love, and you're going to see I get an open shot with Colin Sexton, but I don't know if you noticed, but J.R. Smith was coming off the down screen there, and he was wide open. That's what I was saying before about it's better for you to call a play with the pick and roll involved than it is just to hit L1 and bring the screener to you, because of the action away from the ball. It at least a better spacing, and it gives you more options offensively to take advantage of. Here it looks like he was double teaming, so I dribbled away from the open man and hit him with the pass, leaving Kevin Love. Kevin Love is deadly shooter. His mid-range game is falling off a little bit, but his three-point game is still on point. So anytime you see them leave him open, take that shot. You don't need to do anything else. Just pull up and hit that shot. Another contested 3. He made that one, but that is not winning basketball. Alright? You have to be able to trust the percentages and know that eventually those shots will stop falling. I just want to quickly go over something with you guys that you see me doing quite frequently, and that's protecting the ball. Whenever I'm running a play or I'm waiting for somebody to get set up in the right position, I'm holding the L2 button down to keep the ball away from my defender. It's a great tool, and it'll cut down on your turnovers big time. As you can see, this entire clip I'm holding the L2 button down, and my point guard has really good maneuverability. He doesn't move around as slowly as you would assume that he would, and that's helpful for you to be able to move around unpredictably and then not allowing your man to get any steals on you. It's kind of funny because Azar literally just came out with a video about this exact same thing on Sunday, I believe, but he goes into much more depth than I do here. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link to that video in the description. But yeah, protect the ball just like in real life. Keep the ball away from your man, and you'll cut down on your turnovers tremendously. Now on this side of the court, you want to see me run a quick 3-point play with Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver is a knockdown shooter. Everybody knows that. But if you're playing with any team that has a sharpshooter, you want to use him. He is such a big asset to your team. And the reason that is because a lot of the guys that you're going to play against online aren't using plays themselves. And on the other side of things, they're not going up against other guys that are using plays. So they're not used to having to defend them. And you can find a big-time advantage with that. And this guy gets an easy dunk. I guess a little miscommunication on defense there. But whenever I play with the team that has a sharpshooter, I like to go right to him. Run my offense through him for a little bit to see how the defense handles it. And if they don't do anything to adjust, I will keep running offense through that same shooter the entire time until they figure it out. You see, that time he overplayed Kyle Korver, moving off ball, and he just stepped one dribble, pull up. Kyle Korver, money.
It's all about your personnel, and again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel, and again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel, and again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
Now, I hope you guys were actually listening to that last clip because that was done on purpose. My man Brent Barry was saying exactly what I've been saying this entire time in regards to playing, and that you want to put your players in the best position to succeed, to have success in the game. As you see, a very good example of how not to do that. Al Harrington is not a ball handler. He shouldn't be going around a screen and looking for a pull-up three. That is terrible offense. All right? On this side of the floor, you're going to see really good patience. All right? I'm not going to force up any bad shots, and you don't want to be forcing up any bad shots either. If you don't have it, kick it out and look for something else. Okay? And finally, you see here, I get the space, and we get the jam, Larry Nance. And that just comes from being patient. Now, if I could have forced up an earlier shot with Kevin Love or Jordan Clarkson, but it would have been contested, and it wouldn't nearly have been as clean as that one that I got at the end of that play. And you see on there, again, he's just looking for a three-pointer, a screen, and a three-pointer. And anytime you have somebody playing like that, just try to go over the screen. You'll bother the shot a lot. All right. This is actually what he should have been doing this entire game. This Golden State Warriors team is extremely athletic. Okay, back in the day, they were all about pace, getting up and down the floor as fast as they could, I should say. And he hasn't been doing that. He's been trying to dribble around in the half court, looking for a three-point shot with whoever he can find it with. Now, if you're playing in a way that's conducive to that, by running actually a little bit of offense, that's okay. You could look for that three-point shot. But if you're just dribbling around haphazardly, looking and hoping for an opening to get a three-point shot, chances are, if the defense is competent at all, then you're not going to get good looks most of the time. And we got Nwaba with the athletic finish there. Very nice. Nwaba's actually a really good defender. He's probably one of the more athletic players on the Cavs. And check out the score when you get the chance. I don't know if you remember, but in the first quarter, he had 12 points. Since then, he's only had 4. If you remember, we made those adjustments to the way that he was playing. And since then, he hasn't really adjusted to that, and he's been struggling ever since. Kevin Love, I don't know how he missed that right there. But if you're playing in Tier 3 and using the Cavs, that's your moneymaker. There's not a lot of teams that have a 4 that could guard Kevin Love in the post, especially in Tier 3. I can't think of anybody in Tier 3 that would be able to guard Kevin Love in the post. I see this guy jack up another 3. That was a really bad play on his part just because he had the step with Jason Richardson. If you don't know, Jason Richardson was a slam dunk champion. He's a great finisher at the rim. He's not just a three-point shooter, but he's treating him like he's just Klay Thompson, more of a one-dimensional shooter. But he can post up, he can get to the rim and finish strong. Here you see my play got broken up there. But instead of panicking into a bad shot, I just went back to Kevin Love. That's my moneymaker. And instead of doing what I did on that first play on that last post-up that we saw, where I was trying to back him down and get a shot near the rim, I just hit the fadeaway. Kevin Love fadeaway from the post is probably his best shot.
Here's Harrington.
Now he's starting to get it. That's the second time he went to the hole, and he got points out of it. That's what this Warriors team can do.
When it comes to veteran players, Brand, on a team,
Now we're going to see if he's going to go back to that, or is he going to default back into what he was doing earlier and not having much success. Cavaliers catch and shoot off the pick and roll. That's money.
At some point, 4 or 5 months into a season,
don't put the ball down when you get Kevin Love. It's not his strength. Just spot up and hit the jump shots.
Doesn't have as much of an impact.
Doesn't resonate.
Right. When a guy gets 15 minutes a night and you get to see
I don't know what he was doing right here. He left Osman wide open from the corner three. That goes back to my rule, man. Know your personnel. Osman can shoot. Even the coach is mad at him. That's just bad play, man. You got to know your personnel. Now he has Azubuike in the game, jacking up threes. Again, Azubuike can knock down threes. These guys can knock them down, but Azubuike is an athletic, strong finisher. Let me get another three from Osman from the double team. Do not double team 30 feet away from the basket. That's bad defense. Just stop it. Okay? Hand down, man down. I didn't put my hands up right there, so he knocked that down, but we're right in his face.
He's covered by Azubuike.
And got him. Hit the jab step into the screen and made him bite on it, and then went the other way. Clear lane to the basket. Nice finish from Nwaba. This Cavaliers team is actually pretty decent. I definitely don't see them as a tier 3 team, which suggests that they are going to finish bottom 3 in the NBA. I see them as a playoff team for sure, and I think they'll finish comfortably in the playoffs. I understand LeBron James is gone now, but they still have Kevin Love, who's a multi-time All-Star, and there's not too many teams out there that can say that for themselves. So Baron Davis is back in the game. This is their best player. Baron Davis is the best player on this Warriors team, and he hasn't even been touching the ball. You see right here, he got a good shot on the first play he's made with Baron Davis this entire game. So if you're using this Warriors team, play through Baron Davis. Let me tell you that right now. Now you're going to see me try to run a play here. Going to Corver like I did earlier in the game. The play doesn't work as well as I would wanted it to, but I'm going to be patient. And even though it's a tough shot, he's able to knock it down. That was just a lucky shot. But you see when you're taking shots with the guys that should be taking them, it really helps your efficiency on offense. And you see now he's knocking them down on my face too, so I guess we're even. I'm just running a play for J.R. Smith here to see if I can get him going now that Corver's out of the game. Kevin Love, I feel like, hasn't been as efficient. This game just was a little bit off with him, so going to JR. And he's buckets.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
And that only went to that play because, if you don't remember, I ran about 2 or 3 plays for Corver and for J.R. Smith earlier, and I think I'm like 4 for 4 off of those plays from deep, because this guy doesn't know how to defend these plays, these 3-point plays. And I hope you picked up on how we defended this last play here. I've noticed throughout the game that he's only been utilizing the screen to try to get off his 3-point shot. So that time and many times before it, I would just get out in front of him and cut that off, not allowing him to use the screen and forcing him in the opposite direction, leading to bad shots just like you saw right there. But anyways, you see we got the dub, getting the quit. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you found this video helpful at all, please like, comment, subscribe, because we'll be doing more videos like this in the future with Play Now Online, providing tips and strategies for different tiers and different teams and how to defend them. This has been your boy T Magic. Please don't play like this guy, lacking all types of fundamentals on both sides of the ball. Like my man Czar would say, don't play video games, man. Play basketball. Alright, man, we out. Peace.